Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman, and welcome back to Lucy, the Eternity she wished for. Been a while, because I got pretty goddamn sick towards the end of the year, and hopefully I'll finish this probably within 6 months. Who knows? I love taking my time when it comes to visual novels, but our protagonist has endured with one goal in mind: to get this goddamn robot repaired. There hasn't been a single day where I could rest. It's become natural to go to bed at the crack of dawn. I don't recall the last time I've been home. Thinking back, it's been quite a long while. How long has it been? It's been only like a couple of months. 15 years have passed since I've started this project. Oh, he's an adult now. Okay. That's good. But the end is near. What end? 15 years of hard work and determination. After all this time, the fruits of my labor may finally be realized. How long have I yearned for this day? I'd almost given up on you many times, but I've persevered. What the hell? Whose perspective are we talking from? And finally succeeded. I barely managed to hold back the tears. I remind myself that it's still too early to celebrate. I must restrain my exuberance. Excuse me. Oh my god. Spit got down the wrong pipe. Holy shit. I'm teetering on the brink of complete exhaustion. I've been pushed physically and mentally to my limit. And hopefully the music isn't too loud this time. I tried to reduce it as much as possible, just to keep some bit of immersion in it. You know what? Just to break it for a little bit more. Sometimes when this game, like when you pause, you barely hear anything, and not, well, around here, half volume, you can hear it. Then here, you barely hear it, so I think I have to do that every time now, so that'll be a little ritual that we're gonna do. And there we go. Hopefully that will not be too loud now, and yeah, I can barely hear it now. Holy shit. I want to hear that music, man! I want to hear that, even just a little bit. There we go, there we go. Let's have live adjusting right here. There we go. Alright. Hopefully that won't be too loud in the recording, but let's continue. I've become a shell of my former self. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's just me on a Tuesday. The last 15 years have taken a huge toll on me. I cannot wait any longer. That is why, please just open your eyes, Lucy Valentine. Oh, her creator! So this was probably a flashback. Actually, highly likely a flashback, right? The three laws of robotics: a robot may not injure a human being, and through inaction allow human being to come to harm, must obey all the orders, must protect its own existence, as long as it does not conflict with the first and second law. The second law must not conflict with the first law. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's continue. What has Protag Gun been doing the past couple of months? You, yes, you, me, the Protag. But I prefer to be detached from this because I do not like the protagonist's, antics in the slightest. Alarm clock. Jesus Christ, it's my day off, man. I don't want to have to deal with an alarm clock. Shuts it off. Shut off the alarm by reflex. I groggily get up to check the time. What time is it? Good morning, and you're... honestly, it's really lovely design, but those probably get dirty really, really quickly. The clock reads 6:30 in the morning. School starts at 8. It takes me 30 minutes to get there. That is a fair bit of a distance away. I do that on a bicycle. So I have about an extra hour. That's plenty of time left, and I'm still feeling tired. I could sleep in. Hopefully, yes, that's exactly what he does. Alright. So I had to catch more Z's. Let me guess, you oversleep? Yes, you do. Alright. Then you wake up, and it's like, what, 8:30? Probably exactly 9 o'clock. If anime logic is to be followed. After a brief moment, I get back up. I realize I've been forgetting something. Come think of it. Wasn't there a look around for the android? She's probably still charging. Yes, she is. Hey, Lucy. And she's still pretty goddamn dirty. Can I click on her yet? Yeah, there it was. Dressed in provocative clothing, with a tall nose, luscious lips. You do not need to describe it that way, but okay. And hair glinting in silver. That one I can accept. The android named Lucy came into my view. Oh, hey, good morning. Oh, hi-yo. She's booting up already. As I call out to her, I'm greeted by an immediate reaction. She's probably fully charged right now. Seems to be revving itself up. It mutters something and starts to rise off the floor. Aw. A robot looks no different to those of a real person. Also with a pretty face to boot. Don't get the wrong idea. Just because it's attractive doesn't mean I'm interested. Hashtag foreshadowing right there, Protagun. since it's a robot after all. In other words, it's like checking out a girl from a magazine. That is not helping your case in the slightest. Except that the feeling is amplified tenfold in this case. Although technology is improving, a huge gap remains between humans and robots, as it should be. You can't approach a person like you would with a robot, no matter how close a robot could simulate a human being. Machine and man will always be different. As I continue just staring at the Android, I think to myself, I think the music has become a little too loud. Maybe just a little. Yeah, it did. Holy shit. When transitions happen, the music just bumps up all of a sudden. Holy crap. There we go. I guess I just have to like click it every time I head to a new scene. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be exhausting. What kind of greeting should I be using here? Ohio? Sleep well? They all feel out of place. I decided to ask about her condition instead. How are your battery levels?
100% チャージ完了。
Yep. I'm assuming your electric bill has gone through the roof.
問題は見つかりませんでした。
Mm-hmm. Good to know. I let out a yawn as I make my way over to the bathroom. Okay. Assuming Protagoon sets himself up. That's a nice toilet. Holy shit. That's a... Holy crap. These are nice controls. I'm assuming this is toilet controls. These things already exist in the real world, and I'm pretty sure they exist in most East Asian countries, where you have toilets that are like this technologically advanced. And the sink is also pretty goddamn minimalist. I love it. Finishing up my morning ablutions. That's a word. I dry myself up with the towels. I head downstairs. Excuse me. Entering the living room, I spot a couple of plain sandwiches on the table. Oh no! Protagoon is late! He's going to have that in his mouth as he runs towards school. Grabbing one, I start munching down. It's always the same sandwich from the convenience store just across the street. While chewing, I glance around the living room. Box of tissues right there. Another box of tissues. Same brand. My father's already left for work. He always leaves early and returns late at night. Actually, he typically spends the night at work. That's how it is around here. Okay. What do we get now? Okay, back up. Lucy is probably still just standing there. Head back to my room. Okay. He draws the curtains or she did it. Not sure which. Android is waiting for me in the exact same spot. Like, she hasn't budged an inch, as expected. But on that side, I said to prepare for school. Packing my bag, I started wondering if the robot has any magical self-regenerating capabilities. How do you feel now that you're fully charged? Able to walk? Its head
下
slowly
半
turns.
身の関節部分に相当の負荷を感知。
Okay, yeah. I think I remember the protagonist telling himself that he needs to get this thing repaired somehow.
通常の任務を行うのは不可能と判断。
Mm-hmm.
よって修理を要求します。
Mm-hmm. Keep things simple, remember?
まだ歩けません。
Yeah, she talks a little too technically. Still, aren't you in pain? Anyway, I understand. I'm not even going to make an attempt to fix it myself. I'm way out of depth here. Let's just see what happens when we take it to a repair shop. Just about finished packing. Only thing left is the Android itself. How the hell am I going to lug this thing? Oh, dear God. It will obviously not fit in your bag, so you're gonna have to carry it on your back. Like the good boyfriend that you are. Yeah, there's really no other choice. I kneel down, facing away from the robot. Alright, hop onto my back. It tilts its head to the side, looking confused. I don't know, see, I start getting a little irritated. Top of the line? Yeah, right. Am I supposed to explain every little thing? Listen, put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back. Can you do that? Nope, wait. Oh, her eyes actually move a little. Just a little. Follows my instructions to the letter. And it starts to choke.
確認要請。
Okay.
この方法で合っていますか？
I was gonna say before Lucy started talking that she suddenly starts to choke the life out of you because she doesn't know what restraint is just yet. That's exactly what happens. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I nearly blacked out. You're trying to murder me. There's no need to put that much force in it. Just not enough to fall off. Oh my god. Yeah, steel vice chokehold. Android looks to be a world wrestling champion. Okay, let's try that one again. Second time's a charm. Rising off the floor, I brace myself for the extra weight, and she's deceptively light. Thinking I'm coming around to appreciating this quote-unquote first-class product. And lift off. Okay. And I'm assuming we're going to take a walk. Hey! Obligatory anime view of the sky! Alright. Weather's not too bad. I think the music bumped itself up again because we're in a new scene. There we go. And we're gonna get back now. Weather's not too bad. Brisk autumn breeze is cool against my light skin. Alright, it's October. I gladly inhaled this crisp morning air, letting last night's stress melt away. Okay. Oh god. Do we have to make a choice here? Streets are still quiet, which is good. I mean, it's like just almost 7 in the morning. The less there are to see this, the better. Especially what I'm lugging on my back. Okay, let's see. Where's the repair shop? Memory serves should be about 15 minutes away, which is a relief. As I mentioned earlier, what you'd call a fit guy. Not sure if I can schlep this thing much longer. I'm assuming this is a word to carry something around, given the context of the sentence. And now the robot's fidgeting. Hold tighter so you don't fall off. Feels like I'm scolding a child. Not too tight! Don't stop moving around so much. Yeah. That blank stare. Could feel the android through my clothes. Its texture feels surprisingly similar to a human's. I mean, that's what, God, I think it's silicone. No. I'm pretty sure that there's a material, a plastic-like material that makes, that is made to feel like, an analog to human skin. I just don't know what it is. I mean, it could be some rubber analog, but I don't remember. I noticed it yesterday, it manages to surprise me again today, and that's not the only thing. It's warm to the touch. Yes, I mean, if it's supposed to replicate a human being, there we go. Feels like I'm carrying an actual person. Probably just a heating system. Probably. That would explain it. It just feels like a real person. That's exactly what you just said.
冷却器および温度計は正常に作動しています。
Yep. Say what?
人間の温度を目安に精密な発熱量の調節を繰り返し行っています。
And I'm just noticing now that we have a view of the Protagon here. Typical it is of self-insert visual novels. You don't see the face. Well, bangs covering all the way up to the eyes. And I was gonna go one direction here, but we're not there yet. We'll probably get there because this is that. I hope this is that kind of visual novel. But then again, if I did do that kind of visual novel, I would be stricken off of YouTube quicker than you can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Good to know. Motherboards and microprocessors consisting of various computer chips. There must be thousands of those things inside of her. Heat emanating from the machine, it's as warm as human skin. It feels just like us. But it's not a real person, just a very elaborate fake. Sometimes I fear what progress in technology would bring to the future. This is in 2016, and it's now 2023 when I'm recording this, and let's just say that AI has a very long way to go before it's horrifying. And we are also still like very far away from what a video game called Cyberpunk is presenting to us. And hell, even the Cyberpunk genre in general, like we're still a ways away from that kind of technology. Do you know where we're headed? With a word, the robot shakes his head sideways. I imagine that's a very adorable movement. You know, you guys don't see it, but I just cleanly moving its head left to right multiple times. We're going to get the place to get you fixed up. When they begin the repairs, you need to be still and quiet, so they want to get distracted. Understand? I'm asking you if you understood. Say something. Nope. Maybe it took my command literally. I hope it got the message. I on frustrated sigh, I resume walking. It's about time for my classmates to head in. I begin to hurry, so as to avoid running to anyone who might recognize me. Okay. Where do we go? What do we do? I arrive at the place in an aching and huffing mess. It sure has a look of a small antique shop. They mostly deal in second-hand goods, but they do dabble in robot repairs. Where it is, there's even a fixer who likes robotics, and that he's half decent. Normally wouldn't be caught in a place like this, but these are unusual circumstances. Alright, we'll probably meet another named character now. Hello! Oh, nice shop. Got all the tools. Customer already. Music hasn't been problematic yet, so we're gonna keep going. Hold on a second. Talk about a grumpy old demeanor. After a while, I man emerges from the back, scratching his head. Does he have art? I expected an old man. Judging from that none too pleasant expression. Alright, I think the music has started to pick up. There we go. There we go. Alright. Up, and there we go. I'm pretty sure the guy is not an early riser. Stifling a yawn, he asks. So what can I do for us so early in the morning? I can imagine he has that kind of demeanor about him. Unable to move my arms, I gesture at the android draped over my back with my chin. Can you fix this? Is that an android? Wiping his tired eyes, he gazes intently at the robot. Let me see here. I don't think I've ever seen this model before. I spot a glint of curiosity in those sleepy, half-closed eyes of his. He walks over to take a closer look. Okay. Well, I'm stumped. Can't make out the model. It's probably some obscure model from an unknown company, or it's never actually been released to the public. Where'd you get this, kid? Well, how should I play this? Might call the cops on me, and what I did was clearly illegal, so what should I say? Oh boy! I found it outside. I mean, the first option is technically not a lie. But falling from the sky is definitely a bold-faced lie. But given that it's still early in the morning, I'm probably reading too much into this because of how spoiled I am when it comes to RPGs. But visual novels are a completely different beast. Sometimes your choices don't matter. Sometimes. But I think I'd just rather tell him the truth. And hopefully, Lucy's listening. I found her in the junkyard. Junkyard? You don't mean that company's junkyard. He tosses a thumb over his shoulder. Not exactly sure where he's referring to, but I have the other junkyards around here, so yeah, it's probably the one. Got some guts, kid. I hope you know how much the fines are. I know that anything in this world is free as long as you don't get caught. You're a funny kid. I like that. Well, I guess he's cool with it. Alright, at least we told him the truth and he's okay with this. But wait a minute, what's this? Nasty frown forms on his face. Something wrong? Yeah, you could say that. Suddenly starts fussing like a little kid. What kind of sick would do this? Look at it, the whole frame's ruined. It won't even be able to move properly on its own. He was right. Pretty savage of him to point that out. I guess he's the real deal after all. So you think you can fix it? That's not the main issue here. There's something more important. What's that? Do you have the resolve to take proper care of an android? And to add along that line, does this repairman even have the parts necessary to repair a unit that isn't even publicly available? But we're gonna see. The resolve? Where'd this come from? Listen, androids can break easily. They're fragile, sensitive, delicate. Do you get what I'm saying here? He emphasizes his point 3 times. That's how passionate he was about it. I guess he really loves his robots, probably in more ways than one, but we're gonna get there when we get there. But at the same time, he's starting to freak me out. Pro Tycoon, you are starting to annoy me. He continues to rant. To a lot of people, androids are nothing but fancy toys nowadays. A fellow robot... I don't want to say that word. I mean, those kinds of folks pay for my food and bills. But whenever I hear about they've been mistreating their androids, I tend to lose my temper. They don't understand how important these creatures really are to us. And I unwittingly take a small step back. Creatures. The man just referred to androids as creatures. He's not right in the head. From time to time, there have been people who fall in love with androids, not just carnal desire. I've been talking about people who spend the rest of their lives with androids, seeing them as equals. I think that's exactly how you should do it. So this game really is a precursor to Detroit Become Human. Holy fucking shit. It's a controversial topic that's getting more discussion. It's an abnormality spawning from an advancing civilization with constant innovation and technology. As someone who's never seen it happen firsthand, I've always refused to believe it. I just can't believe such people actually exist. An android simply lacks the intellect to be paired up with a human being. It's nothing but a glorified hunk of metal that can make our lives a bit easier. I play Nikke semi-seriously, and believe me when I say that if an AI is given enough time, probably centuries, they're gonna be like humans. I mean, granted, they will never be able to replicate humans 100%, but they can get pretty close. I'd rather spend my entire life with a monkey. At least monkeys are actual living creatures, and there are many similarities with humans. This is my first-hand experience with such a case, and I feel more disappointed than shocked. Excuse me. You seem perfectly normal. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna get fixed, but you'd better treat it right. Got it? Really? I'm not the only one who banged it up. I'm not the one who banged it up in the first place. Even so, I don't feel like this is worth an argument. This is worth starting an argument over. Let's get this over with. Crystal clear. Yeah, what a great kid. At least you listen when someone tells you something. Since you're all chummy now, how about lowering your price? Ha! Don't push your luck. That was a full 180. So much for budding friendship. You know what? Fine. Half price. Since you're my first customer today. Oh, that's a relief. And any discounts is most certainly welcome. Great. Can you have it ready by the end of the school? It's a pretty light day, so yeah, it's doable. He punches some numbers in and shows me the results. I was planning on charging you about this much. Only about this much. What do you think? You're a student. You probably can't. A lot of video games I've always wanted to buy. I also need to save up for new textbooks that I'll be using next year. The robot had better pay for itself. I'll pay you when I come back. Holding out my treasured pocket watch, I glanced at the time. I wasted way too much time here. An outdated gear clocker in this day and age. I like it. Has a nostalgic charm. I'm well aware that these types of watches are hard to find. More importantly, this is my personal way for rebelling against continuously developing society. Protag-kun, I hate you with every fiber of my being. Hey, you piece of junk. Hi. Can you hear me? No response. I finally decided to address my name. Lucy! The robot immediately reacts. What's with this thing? I'll be back after school. Behave yourself, alright? The robot wobbles its head back and forth. I hope it understands. And with that, I leave the shop. Okay then. Let's see what else Protag-kun is going to be up to today. I mean, apart from school, that is. Unless, of course, we get to meet his classmates as well. I hightailed towards my high school, second year. Right, he's a sophomore. Well, running a movie I saw recently springs to mind. An old sci-fi flick set in the year 2050. It's 2023 now, so we are just less than 30 years shy of that date. All these oldies seem to be lacking in one thing: creativity. A few showcased large-scale space battles. Others would have flying vehicles soaring through the sky. Well, guess what? It's 2050, and we don't have moon-sized starships or flying cars zipping around. People still walk to school. People still drive normal vehicles and ride bicycles and skateboards. Some people still use old fountain pens or pocket watches like me. But there exists a single piece of technology that's become more prominent in our lives: androids. They're being used everywhere around the world. The one thing that these aged films got right is dun 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 dun. Oh, there we go. Okay. The morning bell snaps me from my reverie, and I dash straight into my classroom. Please refrain from running in the hallways. Right. The hall monitors are androids. Great. Oh, it's a janitor android. Okay. This type has facial recognition software to report any transgressor, just like me. Except I simply cover my face and there's no record. You gotta know how to exploit the system. Jesus Christ, Protag-kun. Oh my god. Save! Bolstered by my recent victory, I strut towards my desk with a confident striker. I noticed the teacher's not in yet. I plucked down my seat while still huffing. That was close. You sleeping again? That concern-filled voice is coming from the guy sitting next to me. Does he have art? Yes! He has art. A clever-looking fellow. People usually refer to him by his nickname, Dr. Gears. That's because he's a real geek with a burning passion for robots. Music has picked up once again. Holy shit, that's a little loud. Around there. There we go. There we go. I, on the other hand, despise robots. And while I label myself as an introvert, he's very approachable and outgoing, so you're complete and total opposite. Great. Moreover, our tastes and hobbies differ quite a lot. You think we'd have nothing to do with each other, but as I say, opposites attract, so that is... Oh my god. I know, weird, right? No, I just had some business to take care of. Really? This early in the morning? Long story. I'm cut short, but a middle-aged man makes his entry. That's our teacher. A female assistant android trails behind. Let's talk about this later. I send him a signal. He returns with a thumbs up. And classes begin, and I'm assuming we skip to the end of the day. It's still 8:30. I was hoping there was some transition here, but okay. Clock doesn't even move an inch. Lunchtime rolls by. I bring out my freshly bought pieces of bread. Music has picked up once again. Holy shit, this is so hard to keep track of. I mean, I want to take it all the way down, but that would be way too quiet. I want some music at least. Dr. Gears does likewise with a very appealing lunchbox. 2 desks have been joined together. On mine, there are a couple of pieces of fried croquettes and with a carton of chocolate milk. My friend, on the other hand, has quite a tasty spread on his. I mean. While he seems to be enjoying himself immensely, I've heard that his maid android makes it for him every morning. And the food doesn't look half bad. Huh. Then again, can I just... Oh, I can't use the spacebar. Can I use enter? There we go. Anything looks better to a poor schmuck like me who eats bread every day. Problem with your food, or... Never mind. Problem indeed. I bite down on the croquette. Nani? Delicately piercing its golden, crispy, warm surface, a savory scent wafts forth. The sweet flavor of the dough mingles with a tantalizing aroma, creating a heavenly mixture. But that's not all. The creme inside unleashes its softness as it slowly melts upon my tongue, for the vegetables in the mixture provide a strong, rich flavor. The eggs and mashed potatoes join the fray by pleasantly blending in with the other ingredients. This refined taste, it must be heaven. Had you going there, didn't I? Setting aside the sad excuse for a rubber substitute, I pose a question to Dr. Gears. By the way, didn't you once tell me that you had a lot of androids at home? Yes, around 6. That's pretty high. A typical household can't afford that many. Okay, so Dr. Gears is both a geek and rich. Great. Rumors that Gears is from a well-to-do family. And music picked up again. Holy shit. I have to do this every time. Holy crap. Oh my god. Why does that interest? It's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. He starts grinning like an idiot. Hey, your food's falling out of your mouth, you know. You've taken a liking to androids, haven't you? Sorry, calling off this little war of ours? More like a temporary truce. Good enough. Androids are simply amazing, you know. They're truly the greatest invention that science delivered since the beginning of mankind. There's quite a few types. My favorites are the maids. They take care of all the chores and really know how to cook. On top of that, the female ones are all pretty cute. Sometimes I find myself admiring their beauty. You got one sick, twisted mind, Gears. Do you know don't you know that people can... What? Don't you know that people can achieve inner peace with beauty? There we go. Finally got that sentence out of the way. It's been proven by science, you know. I shake my head wearily. I do admire enthusiasm for something so petty, though. Really. Look, it's what's on the inside that counts. What are you talking about? Appearance don't matter. It's still a crummy, stupid robot. I'm assuming... Okay, here's an example using people. Let's say there's a person with a pretty face, but he's a man. Does the fact that he's got a woman's face change anything? No, he's ultimately a man. Listen, even if I see a beautiful android, its ultimate robot, its aesthetics don't matter anymore. It just becomes an illusion. What I'm trying to say is, if a robot acts like a person, it's not. Therefore, all robots are the same to me and I dislike them all. Protagon, I am sorry to say, but probably somewhere down the line, your mind is going to change and there will probably be a revolution somewhere at the end of this story. Someone fighting for human rights and whatnot. Or rather, robot rights. I guess you still haven't changed your mind. But there has to be a reason why you brought this up, right? Normally, you wouldn't ever talk about it. Well, yeah. If you're looking to buy one, I'm here for you. I'll make sure to fill you in on everything you need to know. I'm telling you, you'll be making the greatest purchase of your life. In response, I rub my cheeks in embarrassment. I'm not exactly looking to buy one. Could you be worried about the price, my friend? Don't worry, I have some connections. I'll let you get one dirt cheap. As long as I'm with you, there won't be any problems. No, it's not that. There's no need to buy one. Then, what do you mean by that? Fidgeting awkwardly, I wonder if I should tell everything. I found one somewhere. Found what? An android? You found an android? Yeah. Where? At the junkyard. Holy shit, you lucky bastard. Is this something in IDX 358? Or 455? What model is it? Something starts. It starts with a P. I can't remember. Someone told me it's a pretty recent model, but I haven't seen anything impressive yet. Might as well give it some thought. Might as well give it some time, though. It was free after all. I've made me curious. I'll be sure to pay you a visit soon. He pauses for a moment before continuing, as if he's trying to change the subject. Well, I'm certainly happy you've taken interest in androids, but what? You should be careful. About what? You've seen them on TV, right? People who are obsessed with androids, probably obsessed to the point where it's no longer healthy. Look, it's 2023 and this was in 2016. Times change within like that 7-year period, maybe even 8. They say it gets really tough to deal with it as time goes on. Robots are robots, humans are humans. You should never forget this boundary between them. Robots are mere tools designed to make our lives easier. Nothing more, nothing less. Me being struck by lightning is more likely. Falling in love with a robot? That's just crazy. Hashtag foreshadowing! I know, of course. I don't expect that to happen to you, of all people. Hashtag foreshadowing! But you know, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Alright, I'll keep it in mind. He nods in response. Okay. Lunchtime is just... Oh! I'm assuming classes are over. For Inuit, last day's class has finally come. Some reduction to the music, and there we go. Oh, excuse me. At last, another monotonous day of school will come to a close. It feels like this lecture is lasting an eternity. But it's like I'm stuck in molasses. The chalkboard is filled with scribbles that are barely decipherable, making it very hard to understand the lesson, which is painful enough already. Ugh, can't take it anymore. You're so awful at explaining things. Yeah, been there. His words go through one ear and out another. Unable to hold back the incoming fatigue, I let out a small yawn, and glancing around, looks like no one's doing much better. All these mediocre teachers have one thing in common. Their teaching method, it's way too convoluted, and a bunch of rotten snobs, that's what they are. Jesus Christ, Protagon, keep it to your goddamn self. And again, probably that's why he's monologuing like this, because he is keeping it to his goddamn self. Yet time marches on. The teacher's dreadful onslaught of words ultimately comes to an end. Watching a politician's speech is more riveting in comparison. All the stuff now is to go home. Time to get out of this place. I pack my belongings hurriedly, waving goodbye to Dr. Gears as I start to head home. I'm sure he's going to drop by the antique store before he goes all the way home. Vislab again. Self-insert. On the way, I realized something. I nearly forgot about the android. I almost ended up straight home. I double back towards the repair shop. Hut. Arriving, I peek through the windows. Place not too busy. No sign of the repairman, though. Wasting no more time, I head in. Okay. There we go.
アンティークショップへようこそ。何かお探しですか？
I'm assuming that's the assistant. As I set my foot aside, I was immediately greeted by a female staff. This voice had a sweet, vibrant texture. Really caught me off guard. I never expected a girl to be manning the store. I guess she's a part-timer. I turned around to face the person calling out to me, and my jaws dropped to the floor. Her face lights up when she finally recognizes me. Yay! Lucy's all well and good!
やっと来てくれたんですね、マスター。
Oh my god, that was so cute! the way her... Oh my god. Wait, let me get the music. Oh my god, that was such an adorable movement! Oh my god. Lucy has been... Yeah, she's been waiting. It was the android named Lucy Vantaline who had greeted me at the door. Are her playing tricks on me? There's no way that useless thing could be standing there talking to me. It was with that smile. I double check. You're Lucy, right?
そうですよ。ルーシーは他でもないルーシーです。
I guess that settles it. How'd you end up like this?
マスター、どうなっているかと言いますと、
That's also probably one of the other personalities that is installed. I'm pretty sure what he has been dealing with this whole time is the factory settings. So, we're we're gonna see. The voice, your face, and you're standing on your own, right?
はい、もちろんです、マスター。ルーシーは今、2本足で立っているんです。えへん。
So cute! Oh my god! She puffs up her chest, looking proud. I mean, that's not really something to be proud of, but thinking back to how she was before, it's damn well impressive. You do look better now, so there's nothing wrong with you anymore?
はい、マスター。今のルーシーは体が軽く、すぐにでも飛べそうなくらいですよ。
For emphasis, she spins into place like an excited ballerina, probably poofs up her skirt a bit. She had the appearance of a mature, well-pampered maiden, yet at the same time looks silly like a child. I mean, yeah. And she crashes on the floor. There goes my peace of mind.
まだ元通りにはなってないみたいですね。
She smiles sheepishly. I'm at a loss for words, and I'm just realizing she's probably the only voice character throughout this in this entire visual novel. The deceptively human voice, her vibrant personality full of such emotion, her face displaying all manner of expressions, each movement bursts with spirited passion. To say that I'm amazed would be a gross understatement. My brain's turned to mush. I can't utter a single word. I won't show it on the outside. It's weakness to lose control of your emotions. Protag-kun, you are way more robotic than your android friend here. Well, that, plus, I don't want to admit her that I'm surprised. That's one heck of a change in just a few hours.
初めてマスターに褒めてもらいました。嬉しい。
Oh my god, Lucy. Ah! Ah! I'm complimenting the guy who fixed you up, of course.
そんな。
He's being a tsundere about it. Oh my fucking god, Protag-kun. The look of disappointment on her face was quite surreal. How could I possibly explain this? Magic? Has she been enchanted by a witch? Old childhood stories spring to mind. The nine-tailed fox who decided to become human. The little mermaid who also wished to become human. What happened to them? Let's just say they didn't get a happy ending. Yeah, if he's referring to the original source materials, yes, none of them got a happy ending. But this robot makes me think, if that little mermaid's wish ever came true, wouldn't she be celebrating just like this? Enough of just claptrap. Hey, that's another word for nonsense. I learned that in the Borderlands video games. But to the matter at hand, which is, where the hell is the repairman? What happened to the guy who put you in charge?
はい。店長さんは必要な物資を調達するために出かけています。
He's not here? What about a store?
お店は立派な店員が代わりに当番しています。
Oh my fucking god. Did you talk over for a bit? Oh no. An assistant? Where? Oh my god. She has more sprites than probably any of the other characters in this visual novel. Holy shit. She literally just nodded and like, hey, I'm talking about me. Oh no. She's so adorable. So where is the assistant? Fucking Protag-kun. I don't see anyone. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. That took the wind out of her sails. She's having more highs and lows than a bipolar patient. Oh my god. Feeling bad for her, it's time to drop the act. Oh, so he was playing her along for the ride. Okay, I get it. You're the one in charge for the time being.
そうです、マスター。今はルーシーが店番をしています。
Oh my god. She sure bounced back fast. Moreover, what's the deal with the repairman? Leaving you to take care of the store on the first day he's met her? Such a ditzy robot? You have to be a few cards short of a full deck to think this was a smart idea.
マスター、何か考え事でも。
You'll probably know when we get home. I'm not thinking about anything. You'll probably know when we get home. Stop calling me master.
でも、マスターはマスターです。
Well, because you never gave her your name in the first place, so, use my name instead.
でも、ルーシーはマスターの名前を知りません。これを機に教えてください。
That's what I've been saying. Sure, I botched it up last time. Let's run through the choices. Oh. I literally have to write my name. Okay. No, I don't want to be too generic. Let's just what would be a good? Oh, wait. This is a Korean game, so I should go with my Korean name. I have one, but it's feminine. Just say Sue. Sue? Yeah, just Sue. Sue? I have an even better name. The name's just... Fuck you, Protagon!
マスター、そんな嘘は通じません。
Oh my god.
他人を騙すなんて良くないです。嘘は罪です。
The robot has more of a conscience than you, Protagon. Holy shit. So you're telling me that I'm ugly?
いえいえ。そういう意味で言ったわけでは。ミスです。ミス。
Oh my god. She curls up instinctively, thinking she might be scolded for messing up.
そうでなくて、名前に嘘をついたらダメってことです。
Yeah, you really shouldn't.
本当の名前を教えてください。
Really? Why do you think I'm pulling your leg?
さっき名前を入力しているのを見ました。
Ah! When he signed the papers. Oh my god. Forget it, just call me Master.
はい、マスター。
Oh my god. Aww.
マスター。
はい、どうぞ。
マスター。
She's just getting used to it. What do you want?
なんとなく呼んでみました。
Yeah. Okay, so she's still pretty childlike, but she definitely has a lot to go through. Are you messing with me this
いえ
time?
いえ、めっそうもございません。
Mm-hmm.
マスターと呼べる方がいて、とっても嬉しいです。
Yep.
だから、なんとなく呼んでみました。
Mm-hmm. She cracks a wide smile. If she were human, I'd think she was on drugs. Jesus Christ, but like for a robot, yeah, she's probably still got a screw loose. Or her program's so corrupted. Whatever the case, I just can't get a beat on her. Where's that stupid repairman? That was an eventful encounter. 10 minutes later, and we're gonna tone down the music, per usual. There we go. Ah, he's back. Man in question finally shows up. Yo. As soon as we lock eyes, the guy makes a beeline towards me and nearly bowls over me as he pleads. Please let me have Lucy! What kind of screwed up situation is this? It's like he's asking for my daughter's hand in marriage. I shoot back. No, I will not let you marry her. What are you on about? You hire something? That's my line. What do you think you're doing? The owner takes some time to collect himself. If this is the owner, then I was wrong about an old man running this place. Okay, maybe I got a little carried away. Kid, how about I pawn that android off you? Why am I not surprised? You want me to sell her? Yeah, I can give you this much. He takes a calculator and shows me a bunch of figures. My mind goes numb for 5 seconds. You're serious, right? Of course. What do you think? Not a bad deal for a student, right? This is a ton of dough even for an adult. With the state this place is in, I don't think he has that kind of capital. He's obviously desperate. I stare at Lucy in silence. The android's frozen like a statue. The face of hers almost looks sad. Like a slave about to be sold off at an auction. Well, maybe that's a bit extreme. Actually, that's exactly how it looks like to her. He's not about to eat you alive or anything. I turn back to face the repairman. You'd pay this much. Do you think she's worth that much? Of course! He yells in excitement. Jeez, deafened that much? Listen carefully. Any decently priced robot model comes with an AI or a module that allows him to mimic human emotions. You know this much, right? Sure. Well, creating such a module is an incredibly complex process. Even then, do you know how well they perform? Compared to a real person, they're still a long ways off. Right. Even cutting edge, their mimicking emotion is rudimentary at best. We're still not at that stage where it's considered genuine. Think I'm beginning to see the picture here. Looking back at Lucy, I start to put together what he's trying to tell me. You're a sharp one. Teaching kids pretty well these days. So, you savvy what I'm saying? Lucy is a person, is actually a princess. I mean, the first two are obviously traps. The first are obvious traps. Oh my fucking god. She's an exceptionally well-made robot. So you're telling me that Lucy is an exceptionally intelligent robot capable of processing natural human emotions. I was quite surprised about that as well. I've never seen such a robot that could emulate a real person so well. Even the new models nowadays reveal their flaws after a minute-long conversation. But I couldn't sense anything particularly out of place while chatting with Lucy. It felt just like talking to a real person. Yep, to put it simply, this is a person made out of metal. A human robot. An Iron Maiden! A revolution in the robotics industry! The guy who created Lucy must be a true genius, and is probably already dead, or at the very least behind bars. That aside, good thing he caught himself before calling Lucy a certain power armor wearing superhero. Nobody likes patent infringement lawsuits. Oh, there's in this world there's a hero called the Iron Maiden. Okay. Or Iron Man or something. Probably he was going to go Iron Man, so that's why he went for Iron Maiden. Anyway, if she was such a spectacular robot, would she really be thrown away like that? I did run into something weird. There's some sort of built-in protection feature that was stopping the robot from working properly. Protection feature? Rings a bell. Something the junk version of Lucy might have mentioned yesterday. Whatever it was, she seems to be doing fine now, and you removed it. Yeah, it wasn't too difficult. Since you're just one of those you put on display models. I'm just curious as to why they would bother doing such a thing before throwing it away. He appears to be lost in thought. Huh. It might mean that the inventor wanted to keep this new technology sealed away from humanity. If not, then maybe. What if there was a serious bug? That's what I thought too, but so I ran some tests, but I found nothing. It's safe to say that she won't be harming anyone. Not yet, anyway. Why would she ever want to harm people? I'm just saying that she properly obeys the 3 laws of robotics. At least she won't be a threat. The 3 laws of robotics. Okay, we're getting it in canon now. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as protection does not conflict with the first or second law. These laws enable humans to keep control of robots. They make sure that humans will always have authority over robots. But if VA11 Hall A has taught me anything, some androids, given enough time and development, will actually resent the 3 laws of robotics and will fight for their own rights. Jesus Christ, this really is a precursor to Detroit Become Human. That's how we can avert any catastrophe. I heard that if a robot ever disobeys one of the laws, it would immediately shut itself down under any circumstances. That's why there aren't any glaring flaws to the system. I shift my focus back to the numbers displayed on the calculator. Glancing at Lucy, I'm reminded of a forlorn puppy, and it's really bothering me. Why? Yes, it should bother you! You found it off of the garbage. It wanted to be adopted, and you should adopt it. Take some goddamn responsibility, even for just a little bit, okay? You live with your parents, you can ask them for money, okay? Let it be a family affair. Jesus Christ. Okay, oh no. Oh no. Okay, she straightened up a bit. With sudden determination, she approaches me.
Master?
She's going to try and convince you of something?
お話中申し訳ございませんが
What's wrong?
多目的用途として作られたルーシーは本当に様々なところで応用が可能です
She is literally exhibiting an emotion that is only present in humans when they are desperate. She is literally pleading for her life right now so that she will not be taken anywhere else. Holy fucking shit.
間違いなくいろいろなところでお役に立てると思います
She is literally selling herself to you right now, Protagon. How the fuck? Why the fuck are we stuck with this kind of protagonist who completely despises robotics? But then again, that's probably the kind of protagonist we need so that we can, you know, further sympathize with the plight that he will eventually encounter further down this visual novel. Yes, and...
ですから
And go on.
私
Oh my god, she's gonna cry. Oh no! I never get tired of seeing Lucy's look so depressed. It seems to satisfy the hidden sadist within me. Jesus Christ, Potagkun. So he's a top. Great. Good to know. Good to know. She's really trying to put on a show for me. Essentially, she's a self-advertising product. You don't see that every day. It'd be too cruel to let her go at this point. I'm not gonna make the deal, so don't worry. As I finish my sentence, the looks on their faces were different as night and day. Oh my god. The repairman sulks while Lucy breathes a sigh of relief. She's good to go now, right? Here you go. I resignedly fork over the money. All my hard-earned cash. Bitterly, the repairman accepts the payment after a moment's hesitation. She's better. But be careful not to put any strain on her legs for a while. Keep it light and cut down on the excursions. Sure. So we gotta play piggyback again? Wonderful. She's not too heavy at least, so I can manage. Thanks for the help. This guy's really got it bad. Practically bleeding out over the android. Maybe I'll throw him a bone. Look, we'll do regular checkups. Is that good? Oh yeah, but make sure to treat her well. Don't overwork her too much, okay? See you later too, Lucy. Come visit anytime. The look on his face while waving goodbye to Lucy is truly a spectacle. This time, he seemed like to be a father seeing his daughter leave with another man. Wait, does that mean that this guy is like only in his mid-20s? Maybe even early 20s, given how most visual novels are structured? What we're gonna see. Guy's completely out of it. I definitely made the right choice. Right? You did, Protakun. You really did. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, music. Music picked up. There we go. Alright, we're home. Exiting, we head out to the sidewalk. I stop in my tracks. In silence, I kneel down, facing away from Lucy. Hop on. I add an explanation to make sure that she understands. That means you lightly put your arms around my neck and you climb onto my back.
Master?
Is she going to say that I can walk now? I don't need the piggyback ride, thank you.
ちょっとお聞きしますが、
Okay. I realize my mouse is literally right on her belly button. I'm gonna put that away before my intrusive thoughts take over. What is it?
バカだと思っていますか?
This is actually scary because she adapted pretty quickly on what the protagonist is putting on, because Lucy has the impression that Protagon thinks that she's still childlike, therefore is going to explain everything in excruciating detail to ensure that she understands. But after just one incident, she already knows what she needs to do. That's scary, and that's scary in some senses, but you know, for convenience's sake, that's actually really goddamn good. Holy shit. Huh. I guess I don't have to worry about being choked to death. Alright. So she goes spinning back. Okay. I feel her weight gradually shift onto my back. For a robot, she's very light. She was probably measured to weigh as a normal girl. Huh?
どうしましたか?
No, it's nothing. Hard on. As soon as she climbs to my back, I can't help but notice a fragrant aroma rising from her body. It's neither too intense nor fleeting. It gently spreads evenly along my nose. It starts with a sweet, fruity scent reminiscent of a youthful girl. Dude. Yet there is a hint of spice akin to a mature woman. Dude, that is creepy as fuck. Why the fuck are you describing it that way? It doesn't fail to stimulate the mind of a teenage boy going through puberty. Oh, you do have a hard-on. Great. This is bad. I've never experienced something like this. It didn't happen this morning, but why now? It's probably because of the smell. It wasn't there earlier. Feeling a little faint, I desperately tried to get a grasp of the situation.
脈拍が突然上がっています。マスター、どうかされましたか?
You smell nice. She's measuring my heart rate? That's not fair. I feel a little embarrassed for revealing that I'm a nervous wreck right now. Unable to hold back, I decided to be honest with myself. This smell, what is it?
この匂いですか？店長さんがいくつかプレゼントしてくれたんです。
Oh, he gave her
女
perfume!
性だから自己管理は徹底しないと、と。
She takes it was a perfume amongst many other makeup accessories. Where was she keeping these this whole time? It was never indicated in the story that she was carrying a bag. Huh. Jeez, that guy is scary, real scary. He's the type of person who spent the whole day forcing his pet dog into different clothing. I will not be surprised if he does so. If you'd consider that as animal abuse, wouldn't this be some kind of robot harassment? Well, I wouldn't know. All this stuff just for a robot? What a silly little guy. Look at that! Would you deny this face right here, Protakun? Look at her. Would you deny that? Obviously, even I wouldn't. Jesus. Why are you laughing?
わかりませんが、自然と出てきます。
Yeah, she's just really happy, Protakun. Come on. Have I just been seduced by a robot? You have a hard-on. Admit it. Well, if there are girls, all my dignity as a human being.
重くないですか？
No. What are you going on about now? I purposefully try to sound irritated. It doesn't affect her in any way,
ルー
however.
シーの体、重くないですか？
I mean, we've been telling the truth this entire time, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going down that route. Well, you're lighter than expected.
本当ですか？
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
お世辞じゃないですよね。
He doesn't, but we do.
女性を上げて落とすのは良くないですよ。
That's a bit far-fetched, Lucy, but Jesus Christ. Since when did robots have imagination? That is the one thing that AI will never be able to fully replicate. Human ingenuity. Is this supposed to be funny? Have you been deceived all your life? Maybe it was being too rough on her. I didn't think she'd start being so skeptical. Before I ruin her completely, I decided to treat her a little kindly from now on. I hear a small giggle coming from my back. Would the robot really feel that flattered to be called light? I don't know. Humans can't be expected to understand a robot's heart. Or their processing units, but who are we to judge? I'm assuming we'll be back home shortly. No, we'll probably encounter Dr. Gears. Music has picked up again. We're gonna reduce just a little bit. There we go. Soon enough, the streets became immersed in the orange glow of the evening sun. The scenery was changing more slowly than usual today. Maybe it's because I've been carrying Lucy on my back and I cannot even begin to imagine how walking for 30 minutes with probably around 30 to 40 kilograms on your back would feel. So there's that. But it's not that a lot of time had passed. Winter is just on the way, as evidenced by these increasingly shorter days. Lucy hasn't said anything for a while. I steal a glance at her when if she's asleep. She's not. She's just, resting her head there, peacefully. She appears to be lost in thought, staring at everything in sight. It looks like a child in a pleasant dream. I can see her eyes sparkling. Is it really that fascinating?
何がですか？
This place.
あ、はい。
Well, I mean, she technically is a newborn child, so everything is new to her.
本当に素晴らしいと思います。
I can't say if I agree with that. Unlike downtown, there aren't many distractions here to keep us busy. Nor are we near any beautiful landscapes. We're just walking around a plain old street you can find anywhere. What part of this place do you find marvelous?
すべてです。
Everything?
はい。すべてが素晴らしいです。
Again, she's essentially a newborn. Everything is new to her. That should explain everything.
昔は外出するときも許可が必要でしたから。
So this is implying that she knew what her past life was before she was discarded. So we're going to get information on that probably somewhere down the line.
外に出てこんな風に散歩する機会は数えるほどしかありませんでした。
Okay.
そうですね。強いて言えば、こうして動いている間にも周りの景色が変わっていくのが 素晴らしいと思います。ルーシーの知らない風景がまた別の何かに変わっていく姿が、こうしてゆっくり景色を眺められるということが、そういうのがとても不思議に思います。本当に素晴らしいと思います。
I love the fact that she refers to herself in third person. It's adorable in its own little way. I see. I couldn't relate to the sensations she just described. Yeah, because we're humans. We're already desensitized to that kind of thing after we reach a certain point in our lives. But for a robot who was just created probably just a couple of years ago by this point, this is extremely new to her. And if Nikke is to be believed, some robots, when undergoing extreme forms of testing, their memories are wiped on a daily basis and replaced with new ones, just so that they can, be continuously reused and reused. Let's see what else happens. Okay, we're back in the street, probably just around outside home.
マスター、
See, would you turn this down, Protagon? Look at that adorable little face. What is it?
本当に申し訳ありません。
What's with you all of a sudden? I'm caught off guard by the unexpected apology. Has she really done anything wrong?
ルーシーが今日迷惑ばかりかけましたよね。申し訳ございません。
She's likely also reading his heart rate. If the technology is any more advanced than it really is, she can probably also read chemical reactions inside the human body, but I don't know if we're at that stage of technology just yet.
もともとは落ち着いた性格で、制作段階では他人を理解できる包容力をメインコンセプトにして設計されたのですが。
Go on. I found it strange how Lucy was telling me that what kind of person she was supposed to be. If anyone other than Lucy had told me the same thing, I'd probably have laughed at them. Anyone by himself will never be able to find out what kind of a person he truly is. Sitting in front of a mirror reveals all the flaws of your body. Sitting in front of a person reveals all the flaws in your personality. If you ever want to find out about something about yourself, it needs to be reflected back to you by something else. That's why attempting to describe your own personality is the same as describing what kind of person you'd actually want to be. It'd just be a bunch of pretentious nonsense. But this is only the case for humans. Lucy is an android, not a human. That's why it doesn't sound strange coming from her.
初めてマスターになる人に巡り会えて嬉しかったんです。
So she doesn't remember who her creator was. Well, not yet anyway.
久しぶりの起動だったからか騒ぎ立ててしまったこともありますが。
Okay, so she was probably reset multiple times. It was such a natural explanation of how she felt. She was happy to meet her first master, and she was happy to be able to finally move around again. You've never served anyone else before?
はい。マスターが初めてのマスターです。
Is that so? So she's a new model that no one's ever touched. That line of thinking sounds dirty, but that's not what I mean. Protakun, you're the one who went there first. Not me. I was thinking of the literal way. No one else has interacted with Lucy. Protakun, Jesus Christ. Now you're the
研究所
one.
にいた頃は楽しかったです。
She does remember her creation, though,
そこ
so
にいた
there's
みんな
that.
がよくしてくれました。い
Mhm.
ろいろな話をして、いろいろなことを教わりました。
A lab, she says. I'm sure they'd treat her
何
well.
か面白い答えを出したり、指示された行動をすると、たくさんの人が喜んでくれたんです。
Mhm.
特に真面目に貢献した時には、ルーシーは本当に賢いと頭を撫でながら褒めてくださいました。ルーシーはそれがとても嬉しかった。嬉しくて、もっとたくさんのことを学び、もっとたくさん話をしました。そうすればするほど、もっと可愛がってくれたんです。
I'm already waiting for the punchline where she does something wrong. They're probably just testing her abilities. In my mind, I found the whole scenario unsettling. Lucy, however, it was a treasured memory of her past. There is an important question yet to be answered. Why were you abandoned? I've always been meaning to ask her, but I can't easily bring myself to do so. I ask myself why. Maybe it's because I'm starting to care about this robot's feelings. I shake my head. That's just plain nuts. It's only because she sounds just like a real person. It's a dangerous thought. Let's get it out of my head. I blurt out the question. Then why were you abandoned? Lucy goes silent. Nothing is said for a while. The quietness stretches into an awkward silence. I start to regret asking the question.
みんな、ルーシーのことが嫌いになったのだと思います。
No, didn't expect her to actually answer it, but okay. With those words, Lucy finally breaks the
いつ
silence.
からかみんな、ルーシーに笑いかけなくなりました。みんな、ルーシーを褒めてくれなくなりました。みんな、ルーシーのメインシステムを起動してくれなくなりました。予備電力で時間が経つのだけは感知できました。何もできないまま、ただ時間だけが過ぎていく感覚だけを感じ、そしてある日、
That's when he came along. Lucy goes silent once more. Then one day she found herself left in the dust, is what she probably wanted to say. Maybe they didn't like something about her, or they found a significant flaw within her design. But I don't like the fact that they had just tossed her aside after giving her so much love and attention. Aren't they being too inconsiderate? Protagon, you are slowly but surely moving over to the hey, I love robots, maybe a little too much side, but we're gonna see. A small rage boils inside of me, directed at those cruel researchers with no sense of responsibility. When I regain my senses after a few seconds, I become surprised at how angry I was. What was I thinking? They were just throwing away a failed experiment. The object on my back is nothing more than an impressive fake. She's not real. She's not a living creature. It's only natural that useless machinery is thrown away. There's no need to be so angry.
マスター、また脈拍が上がっています。どうかしましたか？
She can sense his heart rate. It's nothing. And stop measuring that all the time.
でも、自動で体温を測るようプログラムされています。
Oh, she can't even stop it when she wanted to. Then it's an order. I order to not measure anything from now
命
on.
令ですか？それでは仕方ありませんね。
There's another silence, but this time not an unpleasant one.
ですから、マスターにはとても感謝しています。
I just can't seem to figure out this robot's train of thought. What?
捨てられて、どのくらいの時が流れたのかわかりません。でも、ルーシーにとっては永遠にも等しい時間でした。周りは暗闇で、人の気配など全くなくて、とても暗くて、とても静かで、とても寂しかった。そんな中、マスターの声が聞こえました。
I don't remember talking to you like that.
それでも、ルーシーにとってはまるで天使のささやきのようでした。何もない暗闇の中に初めて一筋の光が差したのです。ルーシーに何度も何度も声をかけてくれました。
You're overreacting. She's definitely going overboard. I just happened to notice her while casually passing
マ
by.
スターに気づいてもらえるよう必死でした。残りの力を振り絞って、そしたら今まで動かなかった腕が動いたのです。
There were only a few words which didn't contain any significant meaning. It was only on a moment's whim that I'd taken her home. But I was surprised those simple actions were such a big help to the robot.
ルーシーに手を差し伸べてくれたこと、本当に感謝しています。
Being able to say the most embarrassing things without hesitation. I guess that's one of the advantages of being a robot. I can feel my face beginning to flush. I quickly duck in order to hide my embarrassment. What do I say? I'm gonna make you pay for what you're worth, so you better be ready for it.
はい、マスター。覚悟しておきます。
So funny, why do you keep laughing like that? It's creeping me out.
わかりません。さっきから笑いが自然とこみ上げてくるんです。
She's just really happy, Protag-kun. Don't worry about it.
故障みたいです。どうしましょう。
Yeah, even I wouldn't mind it. Lucy quietly rests her cheeks against my shoulder. The sense of her soft skin causes me to flinch. She feels very much different compared to this morning. It feels as if I'm carrying a real person on my back instead of a robot. I start to wonder what could be causing this difference in perception. A placebo effect? Or had something really changed since the morning? If something really did change, was it me? Or the robot? I continued to ponder over the question on my way home. I never managed to come up with an answer. And transition to black. 3 Laws of Robotics. And that was a very, very fun romp. Lucy finally gets activated. And we get to find out a little bit about Lucy and 2 other named characters in this visual novel. Holy shit, that was I don't know how long this recording is going to go on for, but well, at least now we know that the biggest flaw that this recording is going to have is you guys will be seeing the pause screen a lot because the music just keeps pumping up and down even if I adjusted the volume already. I guess it's not permanent. It changes with every transition. But here we are at the end of this recording. That was a long one though, and it's very, very enjoyable. It finally showed us the Lucy that we will likely be seeing throughout the rest of this entire visual run of the visual novel. So it's going to be a very, very wild ride from here. So if you like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.